Welcome, everybody. It is the 24th of May, and today we're gathering on this free call, this free gathering for well, to receive, in a sense, an energetic transmission from the Pleiadian Collective. And it's been a few days coming, this one, and I could feel it coming up in my system, and I wasn't interested in doing it because I thought this really isn't the sort of stuff that I do, and but it kept pushing its way into awareness, and when I finally sat with it, it just opened up in my field, and it's like, oh, so we are doing this, and here we are. As soon as I started writing about it, I thought, oh, there's a lot of energy behind this, and it's been, yeah, well received. A lot of people are very enthusiastic about it, and a lot of people have said they've been feeling similar things. So I'm always intrigued. I'm aware that what I receive is for the collective, and the collective is already receiving it. It's not like I'm way ahead of the game, but I think we have reached a point where we are ready for this. April was a really, really intense. Well, that the whole of the year has been very, very intense. April, the astrology in April has been super intense and pushed us through a portal in a sense, and it feels like life isn't the same. And I think we're really ready to open up to much, much more of the sort of thing that is coming in today. And of course, this is a huge ongoing process. It's not going to be done and dusted in our lifetime. It's going to continue this evolving into our multidimensionality. Is going to continue to unfold for a long time yet. So where I was reminded today that we are right at the very start of this, and I've had this reminder many times, that because we are right at the start of this deep unfolding, and we've been in the process for a long time, but each time it takes a different shift, a different tack. Uh, it's and so now what is starting to open up within us, and we've done enough collectively, we've done enough of the work to really begin some of the multidimensional unfolding, and it's all here within us. Our DNA has come from many, many star systems across this and other universes, and is now starting to activate. And that's what this is about. Um, it's not something that's being brought in, although it will appear that we are receiving energies from a Pleiadian star system light years away. But actually, we're receiving these energies from ourselves, from other versions of ourselves, and it just feels like a lovely point in our evolution, I think, to be here. And I think a lot of, from what I read, and I don't read a lot of things on Facebook anymore. I've been asked really to not pay too much attention to what others are doing, because it does make me second guess what rises for me, and I'm better off just focusing on that. But it does seem to be the case that a lot of other people are feeling similar steps in our evolutionary trajectory. So yesterday I was writing the newsletter, and just putting this out there for the first time, and seeing a set of steps that we would take in this. And as I was writing the newsletter, I could feel these tiny little seeds of light just sort of landing in my heart. And I was sort of watching them as I was writing, aware that this was coming for this event. And I think I mentioned it in the first newsletter, a couple of lines or something. Today, as I focused on that, there was a really big unfolding, and it's perhaps the most significant piece of what we're doing today. And it was as if my heart became a multi-dimensional crystalline space that opened up and then was, it felt to me, it looked to me as if there were these little strands, lines of light that just pulled everything out through my body, through my field. Uh, and so that it became my field. And it was a beautiful, beautiful experience, really just very simple, very, very light. And then I went off for a walk in the woods with the dog. It's warm here today, so we went for this. There are some lovely woods around here, and it was best to keep him out of the sun. And there are some gorgeous trees there. And I walked into these woods, and it was quiet, not many human beings around, lots of birds, not many humans. And my connection with all of the trees, which is good anyway, felt very, very different. It I can't quite describe it, and I want to explore it more. I didn't have a huge amount of time, but I felt as if I was in touch with the whole of the forest. And it isn't a forest; it was a small patch of woods, but it felt like a forest. Um, it was the most lovely experience. So I'm intrigued to find out how you experience that over the coming days, because I'm sort of looking forward to playing with that, exploring that a bit more. Um, we've got quite a bit to get through, and I I just want to dive on in. I'm not. A lot of people have been writing, and I'm not going to go through. Otherwise, we spend the whole hour um, reading what's on. But you can all see what's written there. So beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for donations. It makes a huge difference in offering these calls. I do like to offer free events, on a reasonably regular basis, but I really, really appreciate the donations. They're very gratefully received. Um, by all means, share. The recording will be sent out afterwards, and by all means, share that with friends and family. Please don't share the paid stuff that I do, but the free ones go ahead. This will be posted to my YouTube and my Facebook channel as well, so will be easily accessible there. Although YouTube, you do have the adverts to contend with, and maybe on Facebook too, of course. Yeah. So the recording link will be the best way to to view this, I guess. Anyway, thank you for being here. I really appreciate your company. And we're going to work often. Usually, I'm always aware that the work we do in these gatherings, which are most Sundays, uh, are for the collective, for the wider energy field of humanity. And of course, it happens very personally for us, whoever is present or listening to the recording, but it is offered to the collective field of humanity. And there's a large, large team of beings that work with us in all of these calls, and that's their endeavor, I guess, is to have an energetic influence on the wider human collective through the gathering that we make here. So they're always very happy when a large number of humans show up. Um, so so yeah. Anyway, let's dive on in. And what's all this about a Subaru? A Subaru. Anyway, a personal space. I experienced a personal spacecraft years ago in a Candice Craw Goldman, a good friend of mine, who works with the Dolores Cannon stuff, those regressions, and she regressed me, and I was in a personal spacecraft. I was the spacecraft, um, and maybe that's something we get to experience today. Who knows? I haven't read what people are writing. I just caught that last one. So I'm going to turn off my video and away we go. Okay. Oh, with the other thing I wanted to talk about this afternoon. I always meditate, a few hours before we we gather just to check in on the field and see how it's doing. Uh, and the field, I've never seen the field of a gathering of call like well, the way it was this afternoon, because there were huge arcs of light moving through this field, and it was being prepared for us in a way that I have never witnessed before. So that really intrigued me. And then as I was coming out of meditation, the dragons showed up very, very strongly, really pushing their way in. And I thought, well, why? This has got nothing to do with you, I don't think. But they were very insistent that they want to be here with us. So we'll invite them in as we get going. How we do this is meditate. We build a field, work to relax the body, set a range of invitations to interested parties to join with us, and this really builds the field. And then we start the energy work. But the dragons will be part of that invitational process because they're going to be carrying these frequencies into the earth grids. That needed to be explained to me because I wasn't getting it. Uh, so so yeah. Anyway, let's dive on in. So let's begin as always, just closing the eyes and bringing awareness to the breath. Just allowing awareness to unite with the breath and recognizing that the breath will move through the whole of the body, will open up your body from the inside out. And so just allow that to happen. Follow the breath and move it into any areas of tension. Gently settling yourself in your seat, in whatever's supporting you, and allow the breath to open up through the jawline and through the neck, through the shoulders and the arms, opening up the meridians, the big flows of energy that run through the system, opening up areas of habitual tension. Just take a moment again, move back to the jawline. I can feel already in our collective field there's so just unlock the jaw, maybe open it wide and stretch the jaw. The jaw is really important in terms of releasing tension right the way through the head, but also opening the neck and down into the chest. And there's a lot unfolding. I'm already getting a sense of our collective field, and there's a lot emerging in the throat center. So just breathe to give space to the throat center. Wow, 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 wow. You hear me making sounds. It just helps to move energy through our field, dropping and opening out through the shoulders, coming into the rib cage, moving awareness through the bands of muscle that connect the ribs, and start to focus into the spine, weaving your way between the vertebrae, opening up spaces between those vertebrae, giving the discs and the spongy discs a bit more space, a bit more expansion. Connect into the spinal cord through the center of the vertebrae, recognizing the spinal cord is held in a fluid-filled membrane. The cerebrospinal fluid bathes the whole of that cord, it bathes the whole of the brain, and this cerebrospinal fluid transmits. It will be transmitting a lot of energy for us today So aware of the gel-like fluid surrounding the spinal cord, and then all of the nerves that flow out of the spinal cord, extending out right through the body to every part of the body. Bring awareness into the nervous system, this network that flows through every part of the body, connecting everything, signaling constantly. And just give the nervous system permission to relax, permission to let go. As you continue to drop through the spine, breathing through any places of tension, any places of holding as we come lower. Many of us hold a bit of tension in the lower part of the spine, so take a bit of time there just to bring awareness into this lumbar vertebrae that rest upon the sacrum, the back part of the pelvis, just dropping into the pelvis. Come and land in the pelvis. Take your awareness out to the hip joints and just breathe, opening, softening through the hip joints. Take some time with the sacrum. This beautiful bone at the back of the pelvis contains a huge amount of energy and information for us. The coccyx drops out of the sacrum, the tailbone. Just extend awareness right the way to that tip of the spine in the coccyx, and then flow through the pelvis, relaxing the pelvic floor and all of the many interwoven, overlaid muscles of the pelvis. Breathing through the genitals, giving them permission to relax, the anus too, just all these places we often hold tension, just let it all go. Rest awareness in the perineum, a place where the base chakra comes into the body. Just breathe here, gently, softly, to open this. And begin to flow awareness down through the legs. Again, opening the meridians, allowing more energy to flow through the knees, into the calves and the shins, down through the ankles, and really come to land in the feet. The many, many little bones in the feet and the many muscles that support our walk through life. Allow a wave of gratitude to ripple back through the whole body. And gently extend awareness out into the energy field that completely interpenetrates the body and surrounds it. All of the layers and dimensions that we are already present, whilst we still believe ourselves to be primarily experiencing the body, we're starting to really become much, much more aware of these different levels and dimensions of our existence. Give permission for your energy field to let go of any energies it has picked up that it no longer needs. Permission to balance and harmonize itself. And bring awareness back to the heart. heart center there in the center of the chest. Breathe here, opening and unfolding the heart. Each breath taking you deeper, pushing insistently your way in, a gentle insistence, but opening yourself, using this focused intention to dive deeper into your heart. Deeper into the source of love and light that upwells within each one of us. Unlocking, unblocking that wellspring of liquid light and allowing it to flow, allowing it to ripple up and out through all of your cells, through all of the systems of your body, as you continue to breathe and deepen into the heart space. It's becoming the primary location of your awareness, pushing and pushing deeper and deeper, expanding this heart field. There is no limit to this portal. Allow it to open and enfold you, allowing the heart field to expand all around you so that you sit completely held within the field of light that emanates from deep within your heart, never separate from this love. This simple act is deeply, deeply healing. You can take this energy from that source in the center of your chest to any ailment in the body, to any wound in the emotional body, to any belief system in the mental body, and focus this energy to help heal at every level of your being. Or, of course, you can bring those things into the center point in the heart and dissolve them there. To allow your heart to enfold you. And then begin to consider and connect with everybody else's heart, everybody else present in this gathering with us. 228 present here at the moment. Hundreds more will listen to the recording later, and maybe thousands more will listen over Facebook and YouTube. Include all of them so we build a big field to transmit this energy, to hold this energy. We have foxes running around us. Literally, I'm in the garden. And there are foxes running across the deck here. Just allowing this connection, heart to heart, extending out around the world, building a heart field that is planetary. Take this heart field into a higher dimension and have us all meet in that dimension, holding hands, building a powerful, intentional field of love. as if we were all gathered in the same space, building this field between us. Take that field as it builds and anchor it deep in the core of the earth. Take it all the way into the center of the earth and anchor it in the heart of the earth, inviting the earth to participate with us, to hold and ground this field with and for us. She knows the work we do, and she is happy to extend her energy, her blessings. As you move back towards your body, come back to rest in the heart and feel that returning pulse of light rising from the core of the earth as she grounds and strengthens the field we build. And then take it out, all the way out to the heart of the sun. Reaching out into the sun and anchoring it there, inviting the sun to also participate with us, to shine its light, its blessings upon this work. And slowly come back to your body. Settle in. And we feel the energies coming in from the sun. And then we begin to invite interested parties to work with us here. Always the whole field of nature spirits. Invite them to hold the field with us and to participate. Welcome them in. Invite the plant and animal kingdoms, all evolving with us. Take a moment to invite all dimensions of your higher self. Everything that unfolds for you personally will be overseen by your higher self. Trust that. Invite the whole team of guides that work with you. And the team of guides that work with me, work with us in these calls. There are many elements and races that come to join us. Extend that invitation out to the angelic realm. Coming back to the earth, connect to the earth grids and the whole realm of sacred sites upon the planet, because we offer these energies to the earth and the earth grids, and we extend our invitation to the dragons who will carry these energies into the earth grids and through the planet. Invite all of your star families, all of the lines of DNA that anchor you to distant star systems and galaxies. Bring all of them present, particularly, of course, the Pleiadian Collective, who have called for this meeting, in effect. Welcome them. And lastly, we invite collective human heart. And of course, we are all representatives of that, but we invite the wider collective human heart to participate with us and to receive with us. And then come back to your heart and breathe here, rest here for just a moment, feeling the field we have co-created, teeming with life. So we're going to start just by extending our awareness. And in effect, this is a little bit like remote viewing, if any of you have ever tried that, but just allow your awareness to extend up and out to the edge of the planet's atmosphere. So just imagine yourself at that point. You can look back in at the Earth and out at the solar system and the more distant heavens. Just, you don't have to know exactly where the edge of the planet's field is. Intend to be there. Ask your higher self to hold you there and just rest there for a moment, finding your bearings. And then take it out again, inviting your higher self, your guides, those working with you, to anchor your awareness at the edge of the solar system, at the edge of the sun's energy field. Looking back in on the solar system, perhaps you can see the Earth as a distant planet, and looking out across the heavens. Become acclimatized to this location, this point. You may never have anchored your awareness out here before, but it's a beautiful place to hang out from time to time. And then turn awareness to the Pleiades star system. And again, you don't have to know exactly where that is. Just turning your awareness to it is all that is required. We ask for help and support here from the Pleiadian Collective as we individually and collectively reach out to the Pleiadian star system and invite a stream of light, a star stream, to interact with us, to flow to us and through us from that point in the heavens, in our galaxy. And just open yourself to receive a flow of light from the Pleiades. When I was doing this yesterday, I felt my whole field swell as light just started to flow in. You may feel this as heat, as cold, as buzzing. Just hold awareness on the Pleiadian star system, often called the Seven Sisters. There are more than 7 stars, but I think when they were given that name, only 7 could be seen. Of course, we have much stronger instruments of detection now. Just allow yourself to be filled with light streaming in, a light stream, a star stream of light flowing in from the Pleiades. I'm experiencing this as heat, actually quite a strong flow of heat, but you may be experiencing it quite differently. And we're just establishing that connection, feeling that flow. Just rest with that flow. Easy to make these connections, this simple protocol you can use to connect with any other star or galaxy or whatever in the future if you wish. It's very, very simple. And it's just about our focus. Hold the Pleiades in your focus. Invite the Pleiadian Collective to work with you, and you may already be very familiar with the Pleiadian Collective, or this might be your first introduction, but invite them to work with you to harmonize and balance your system, to help you open to receive. And here you may start to feel the throat activation because it's starting to really flow in. Quite a deep activation of the throat. But it's also, again, this is what I'm experiencing, an appealing that seems to be happening around the energy field of the neck as well. So as we are establishing this, I start to watch our collective field and see what's happening. Start to bring this star stream, this stream of liquid light flowing from the Pleiades into your awareness. Start to bring it in back through the solar system to the edge of our planet's atmosphere. Consciously bring it in from there through the planet's atmosphere back to your body. So consciously anchoring yourself back in the body and bringing this star stream with you so that it's no longer a slightly disembodied experience being out at the edge of the solar system. Bring it firmly back into your body through the atmosphere of the planet. And this is also important, that many of us open up these stellar pathways and cut through the density that can accumulate in our planet's atmosphere. These star streams then consciously interacting with human beings on the surface of the planet really assist in the clearing of the collective field. So take some time with that, bringing this star stream, bringing this star stream right back in. There's something of an excavation happening in our head. Pay attention to what you're feeling, what's happening in your body. I'm watching it's like the model of, I see a collective model, a little bit of each of us, and I'm watching what's happening to that. So it may not quite correspond with what you're experiencing. Trust you're experiencing rather than what I'm saying. And now that star stream is starting to come down to the heart, just opening and unfolding the heart field. Beautiful. Inviting any Pleiadian seeds of consciousness that are buried around your body or in your energy field, inviting them to be activated now. Anything you buried deep in your awareness, for this time. Invite this incoming star stream to flow through your system, deep into your cells, deep into your DNA, and activate what is waiting to be activating. These seeds, like time capsules buried maybe hundreds of thousands of years ago by your Pleiadian self. Inviting these streams of light coming from each of the planets that make up the Pleiadian star system and weaving, braiding themselves into a powerful stream of energy coming directly into our field now, into our personal body and field, into the collective field we have built, streaming down the spine, opening up the spine, streaming into and transmitted by the cerebrospinal fluid, flowing into the nervous system. Carry this energy out through the whole of your body. You can focus it into places, into patterns, wounds, ailments, and hurts in the physical body, but you can also focus it into wounds or issues you're holding in the emotional body, or belief systems in the mental body. And I think the mental body is going to be a significant point of interaction here, because wherever we are bound by collective beliefs of limitation and separation, then this will help. Invite these star streams to nullify those beliefs, to dissolve them, and to help you to awaken your cosmic nature. Help you to understand and accept that at a cellular level, at an emotional level, at a mental level. Have these streams of light flowing literally through the skeleton, running through your bones, running through your cells, filling the whole of the body. Overwhelming the body and rippling out through every level of the energy field, this incoming radiant sword of light pointing in our direction from the Pleiades. Another wave of expansion moving through the heart. In fact, there are pulses moving down that, and I am seeing it as a blade of, like a shining blade of light pointing into our collective and personal field, just pouring this liquid light in. Invite yourself to receive at deeper and deeper levels, opening and unlocking the star seeds you buried for yourself for this time. I'm just watching our collective field here, and we're getting ready to move again. It's just flowing down the legs. Now this, around the legs, it's as if it's unlocking or dissolving. The imagery I have here is that our legs are bound by ropes. And so it's starting to unwind and dissolve these bindings, these collective bindings that we have been holding. So invite that to happen. And begin then to extend this towards the collective heart of humanity. Obviously, we as representatives hold and anchor that energy, but we also invite the collective heart of humanity to open up and receive this star stream direct from the Pleiadian star system. So watching it flowing down the legs and clearing the legs. There's as I'm watching our collective field receive this energy, there's an activation happening in the soles of the feet. So if you bring awareness into the soles of the feet and direct this energy into the soles of the feet, it's obviously we have energy centers there that allow us to receive and transmit energy to and from the earth. It's like more dimensions of those energy centers in the feet are being activated. This will allow for much more sensitivity in terms of what we receive from the earth, deeper connection to the earth. And now we can start to focus these star streams down into the earth, inviting the dragons to step in to carry these star streams into the grids of the earth, taking them to the sacred sites all around the planet. You may want to take a moment to hold your favorite sacred site, your local sacred site. Hold it in your heart, hold it in your awareness, and focus the energy there. I'm focusing on a hill close to where I live, and as I focused on that, I saw the symbolic image of a spaceship landing on that hill. So just I can really see the dragon starting to activate and carry these energies through the earth, taking them and inviting that you also are taken to the level in the earth that you need to go to, following these star streams as they drop deeper and deeper into the earth, allowing yourself to be pulled down with these star streams into the earth. We're going to connect with the Pleiadian seeds that were planted in the earth here. And each one of us might go to a different level, and just watching our collective field here to see when the energy is settled, just penetrating deep, deep, deep into the earth. And there. And so we invite here that the Pleiadian seeds that were planted deep in the earth hundreds of thousands of years ago, maybe even millions of years ago, that these be activated by these stellar streams of Pleiadian light coming in now, activating them for planetary consciousness, collective human consciousness, and for the evolution and the highest good of all concerned. Invite the seeds in your system to interact with these star seeds in the earth, exchanging information and energy, clearing trauma actually to from the fields of the planet. It's invite that in your system, in your body, that if you are holding fields of trauma, that these be dissolved and lifted out. But also the blinders, the blinkers we have worn that have kept our focus so narrow and limited, that our capacity to see be unlocked. Capacity to see with clarity and truth is unlocked. There's a gathering happening in the earth as this activation is being met by some of the inner earth civilizations. It's as if I've been pulled into a huge cavern in the earth where there are many representatives of inner earth civilizations also gathered to receive these energies. Just taking a moment for this to so stay steady with these streams of Pleiadian light flowing through you, dissolving whatever structures in your personal field are ready to fall away. Know that that dissolution will continue for days as we stay deep within the earth, as the dragons carry this light around the planet into the grids, into the sacred sites, into the hearts and minds of humans all over the planet that are receptive, even if they don't know they are receptive. I find I'm leaving this cavern now. It does look like a large egg has been built, a crystalline egg or an egg-shaped crystal left in this cavern with these beings. Come back through all of the levels of the earth, just touching into the whole realm of metals and the whole realm of crystals, offering these frequencies to them. It's as if these frequencies help us to activate another octave of being. Consciously offer these frequencies to the nature spirits. To the animal and plant kingdoms. To all of life on this planet. And then slowly just watch as that offering ripples out across the planet, carried by the nature spirits, the plants, the animals, the winds and the rains and the waters, carried through the streams and the oceans, through the grids and the lines of energy, through the volcanoes and the magma of the earth. Slowly come back to your heart. Present on the surface of the planet, in your body, come back to your heart and invite the activation of the Pleiadian dimension of your heart. Invite whatever has been seeded in your heart by your Pleiadian self, seated in the dimensional space of your heart, the interdimensional space of your heart. Invite that this activate now. Allow yourself to go deep, deep into the recesses of your heart, bringing this light direct from the Pleiades, this transmission of flowing starlight direct from that star system into your heart, unfolding another octave, another dimension of your heart. Allow that to open up and expand, drawn out from deep within you by lines of light, almost as if it were inflating from inside or being pulled out, like watching a huge marquee being erected, just opening out all around you, adding a new but ancient dimension to your heart field, to your whole field. Invite whatever integration of your Pleiadian self, any Pleiadian aspects of you that are ready to integrate, unfolding from deep within your heart. Invite that to happen. And take a minute or two just to be with the energies that are working with you, assisting you, supporting you in this opening, this receiving, this integration. Ask for any guidance, any words, any information that will be useful for you. And just take a minute. And then know that we are coming to the end of this time together. But there is no end to this transmission, always available to you. You simply have to focus in the direction of the Pleiades to receive another stream of light. So we extend our gratitude to all of those that have worked with us, our higher self, the guides, the Pleiadian Collective, the dragons, the nature spirits, the plant and animal kingdoms, the planet, the sun, all of the realms of star families, the crystals, the metals, and the planetary collective human heart. Allow this light to wrap itself around you, knowing that you are safe and held eternally in love, a love that upwells from deep within your own heart. I extend my gratitude, my huge gratitude, and my love to each one of you. Thank you so much for being here for this. As I say, please feel free to pass on the recording to anybody you feel may be interested. That recording will hopefully be with you fairly shortly. I do love to hear from you as to how these experiences land, so feel free to drop me an email. Okay, sending you lots of love. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.